Hey, I'm Dr. Wallace. I'm the Urgent Care Coordinator here at Tier 1 Veterinary Medical Center, and today I want to talk a little bit about what I feel is a very under-tapped resource available to pet owners, and that's pet insurance. We carry insurance for ourselves, our cars, our kids, so that if something happens, you don't have to come out of pocket tens of thousands of dollars to pay for care or repairs to your vehicle. There is actually pet insurance available. There's more than a dozen different companies. All of them have different benefits. The ones that I have the most experience with are Trupanion, Embrace, Healthy Paws, and Nationwide. Embrace is actually contracted with USAA to offer a discount for military families. Trupanion will actually pay upfront with some clinics so that you don't have to come out of pocket for the cost of care and then wait for a reimbursement, which is really valuable to a lot of families. I only have about 10 to 15% of my clients actually carrying insurance for their animals, and for those that do, it quite literally opens doors to treatment. Veterinary medicine really closely parallels human medicine. We have the capability to do CT scans, ultrasounds, MRIs, chemotherapy, specialty surgeries, joint replacements. A lot of people aren't aware of the breadth of care that's available. There are oncologists, cardiologists, veterinary surgeons, internists. All of these are available in Alaska, and most of them are available right here in Palmer. The cost of that kind of level of care is very expensive. When I started working emergency medicine 5 years ago, I started an emergency fund for my animals. But over the last couple of years, my fur family has gotten bigger, and it's very hard to keep a savings account large enough to encompass what all could possibly go wrong with my animals, as far as emergency care, chronic conditions, cancer. That kind of stuff is expensive, and I have 5 animals. It adds up quickly. So a couple of years ago, I made the decision to start carrying pet insurance. I pay $30 a month for each of my animals, and I carry about $30,000 worth of coverage. That's just one of the programs that's available. There are some plans that are unlimited coverage. They don't have a cap, and I've seen people wind up with bills upwards of $60,000 over the course of months that's all been covered by insurance, and that is substantial, and they get to have their animal to go home. Unfortunately, if you wait until you get the diagnosis, you've waited too long. Most of these companies won't cover pre-existing conditions. So if you wait until your dog is limping, or until the corn cob goes missing, or that toy got chewed up and swallowed, you've waited too long, because they're not going to cover it. Most of them will have a 2 to 4 week latency period between when you start the policy and when they'll actually start covering things. So if your dog's limping and gets diagnosed with a cruciate tear, they're not going to pay for that surgery because you waited until after the condition to seek care. There are some companies that will cover portions of pre-existing conditions, and just because you have a diagnosis doesn't mean you shouldn't still do the research and try to find a little bit of care help, whether it's medications or rehabilitation therapy. A lot of those can still be covered. Your veterinarian's a great resource for this. We all work with all of these companies and can give you our perspective on how easy they are to work with and how successful the reimbursement process is, because it can be challenging for some families to have to front thousands of dollars and wait weeks to get a reimbursement. So take some time, do some research, ask your vet, but carrying insurance coverage for your animal is an invaluable resource now. $30 a month, and I have $30,000 worth of coverage per animal. Ask your vet. It's a great resource.